Bitcoin is absolutely pumping. It's moving into one of two major zones to the upside. Is this the rejection we're going to get, or are they going to blow us straight through, guys? We're looking at Bitcoin. I've got tons of alts, might have long the top on one or two as well. So lots happening here today. Let's go. As always, hit that like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe. I went full green today. I mean, it's so green behind me. It's so green on my screen. Guess who fucked up? Look at this. Welcome to the blue shirt. Take me through this blue shirt today.
I'm being neutral here. I wasn't trying to be too presumptuous that we're going to the moon. I'm not being a moon boy, but I did not want to kick off a dump with a red shirt. So we're going neutral today. It's blue.
Very nice. And Joe Crypto says, anyone long must have balls of steel. Fuck me. They're actually weighing me down. I can't even run at the moment. And look, we might have to start shorting Bitcoin. We're moving into a big zone. It's probably time. Okay, we're going to talk about it now. Here is 𝗂𝘅𝗧. Hello, sir.
Yo.
What's your current sentiment? What's happening here?
My sentiment was I've been bullish since just before that green candle. So I'm quite happy right now.
Okay, nice. So, okay, we got a couple of things going on. One of them was E&A that 𝗂𝘅𝗧 was whispering in my ear. He wanted to bring it to the show, but everything started exploding. So I thought, well, what the fuck? Let's long the top of this thing and hope for the best. So we're going to talk about that. He's going to give us the E&A analysis that he's looking at here. We've also talking Tau, loads of other altcoins as well. And Skoy George says, when short, and I believe we close. Guys, if you want to try, we're moving into take profit zone. So COAI, this thing's absolutely flying again. I'm not paying much attention here to this guy at the moment. Zcash, that was an absolute banger earlier today. I gave the chart hackers guys 2 entries today for some of these alts. There were 2 entry options. Zcash hit the first zone. Nice little bounce. Look at Hype. It's -3, but that has been had a miraculous recovery over the last couple of minutes, and things are looking a lot better at the moment. But are we getting a little bit ahead of ourselves? Should we be being a little bit more cautious? And I am actually running a poll at the moment here, guys. Let me know what you guys are doing. Fill out this poll here. Ooh, what comes next? 116 or 106? So far, we got 73% calling 116. Okay, that is our next big zone to the upside there on BTC. So let's take a look at this BTC chart. And why am I in my first short zone? Well, here it is. Well, it's actually the second big rejection zone of the day. So 114, this is a major area. Let me remind you why this is a no euphoria zone. This is our VWAP from all-time highs. We can see the VWAP generally acts as resistance and support. Look at that. They're rejecting off the VWAP here every time we went into it. So yes, of course, this time could be different, but there's our first point of rejection confluence there to the upside. Then I've got a 786. We know a 786 is a powerful weapon. There it is over there. Then I've got a 50-day moving average. Bang, we know what that can do if you've been watching the show long enough. And then you've got a little fucking sneaky undercarriage over there as well. And you guys know how much I love an undercarriage. So here we go. This is a major rejection zone for BTC. This is a big danger area here for us at the moment. Now, things in the bull's favor. What can possibly go right for the bulls here? Well, if we look at the oscillator at the moment, we are pushing into major resistance, but this oscillator is merely just turning up at the bottom. So generally, when you add major resistance like yesterday, for example, we had that scenario. We had bearish divergence at resistance, and that gave us the opportunity to grab a couple of shorts on BTC, on some of these alts yesterday as well. When Trump tweeted, the market conveniently fell over when we were at resistance. Okay, so now things are looking slightly better here on the 2-hour for Bitcoin. We're pushing into resistance, but our oscillator is still only just a mere little puppy at the moment. Okay, so there is a possibility here that we explode through the zone. But if you come to me about rejection zones, you come to me about major areas, this is a problem zone. Okay, so with that in mind, okay, let's take a look here. I've got a start a short position here on BTC in that area, and I'm also sitting in my long from lower down. It's $83,000 long here, and I think I'm going to actually take a little bit of profit here. Please don't tease me, James. I'm taking 25%.
50%.
I took off 25. The best I can do is give you 25. That's the best I can do.
Okay.
Okay, so talk shit about Powell and take off 25%. You can see Hype has made a miraculous recovery. We're talking about that one today. Getting a little bit rinsed now in some of these shorts at the moment. But then we got some nice cover. 𝗬𝗯𝗚, the when entry from yesterday, hit the zone. It is now moving. I'm fully loaded up now. I've got full size in that trade. I'm going to take you guys through that one in a couple of minutes. Okay, and 𝗬𝗰, yes, added to 𝗬𝗰, and that is starting to print some money there. Okay, so things are going relatively well there. But in terms of danger, guys, 114, this is a problem zone. If we pump a little bit harder, let's not forget something as simple as a 618 that we rejected off yesterday can come into play. 116K. Now 71% of you are chasing 116K. Remember, that is a big danger zone there for us. We're going to watch that one very closely. If we blow through that, we'll talk 120, but let's first get through 114, then let's get through 116. Remember, the fun part about breaking and holding through 114 is that we get to use this as support later on. 50-day 786 VWAP horizontal, that can be our support that we can use later on for any dips as well in the market. Okay, and pray your shorts. I'd love these shorts to all fail. I mean, I just love going up. Going up is so lovely. And green means short, red means long. Correct. Okay, so just remember, these are your big danger zones. Right now, interim support. Where's my short-term support for Bitcoin? What can I watch at the moment? Well, we can pay attention to this resistance we blew through yesterday. Look at that. There's yesterday's rejection zone. That is going to be our first big level. So 111 for me for BTC. That keeps things relatively bullish here for us. If we do drop lower down, we do get some kind of move into that, then we can look for some kind of bounce there. Okay, gold has fallen finally. I hate to say I told you so.
Time to brag, sir. Time to brag. Please.
But I told you so.
It.
Okay, can I take that? Thank you so much.
You've been calling it, yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. We wanted to treat it like a shit coin. It fucked me a couple of times, but now it's finally playing out. Okay, so hopefully we can start capitalizing on that. So we're going to talk about gold. I am sitting in a gold short at the moment, and I think now with this current gold rejection, any pumps are actually for adding to shorts. Okay, so that is thank you, sir. Sometimes we're allowed to claim it. You know, I like to keep the hackers very humble. We don't like to boast. Remember, trading is a very humbling sport. Okay, and sometimes you can be right and sometimes you can be wrong, and you can get absolutely humiliated. So I keep myself and my team, we try and stay very humble, but sometimes we get it right. Okay, occasionally a blind squirrel can even find a nut. Okay, so there we go. That is looking good now for us. Now let's get into some of the things. I have no doubt we've got some lickies here. $500 million looking good at the moment. James is nodding in the background. He's loving this. We just have consistent days over 400 million. Gotta love a bit of lickies. We know that means there's volatility in the market, and look, hopefully things change, but this is the current October. Let's see if it can get any better. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, October's going strong there. Yeah, that was like my last time I tried that. I mean, look, hopefully not that heavy, but that was basically my last effort there. So there's our October looking good, and we are negative 4%. So after this pump at the moment, we're probably going to be flat. So let's give it a little reset here. Let's see where we are here. And still negative 4. Okay, maybe it's a little bit delayed. Okay, unless we're rejecting heavier. And guys, just remember, you're a trader, you're not a retard. Okay, it's all fine. Okay, sometimes we do retarded things, sometimes we make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we do our absolute best. Okay, but again, when we make stupid mistakes, yeah, maybe we feel a bit upset. Now, in terms of the big news, I see Hash says feel big push is brewing. Now, James, talk to me about this news. What is this the reason we're pumping at the moment? What's the story?
Yeah, I mean, it is, and everybody knew this was coming, and that's where this is a lengthy little report from her, but yeah, it was Fed's Waller was speaking there, and he's talking about, they're trying to open up the payment rails for crypto companies like Tether so that they can interact directly with the Fed instead of having to go through an intermediary like a big bank. And it just makes it much easier for them, legitimizes the whole space, makes crypto that much easier to deal in, and you're kind of cutting out the banks. So the banks are not going to like this conversation, but for crypto, super
very
bullish.
Interesting. Okay, so that's pretty bullish. On top of that, we've also got other things going on. The US and China, obviously, as expected, are working out some kind of fair deal at the moment. Then we've got DJT signing a
Maybe
deal
that's
with
why
Australia.
they're working things out, because now they can get the rare earth metals from Australia. They don't need China, so China's going to be a little more friendly, perhaps.
It's so ridiculous what is going down at the moment. But anyway, here we go. Okay, so a little deal with Oz. Maybe that's giving the Chinese a boost to come and sit at the table. But that's relatively bullish news. Okay, that's pretty positive things at the moment. And now there's a sudden burst of optimism as well that this government shutdown is going to come to an end. Now, the S&P's been pretty bullish with the shutdown anyway. But then when you got news that it might end, the S&P might find a reason to be bullish again. Okay,
but I mean, the shutdown hasn't affected anything. Everyone's like, oh, when they shut down, the market's going to crash. It's the end of the world. The market didn't care at all. It seems to be working better without.
Didn't care. S&P still looking good, guys. Again, all they gave us was a 50-day MA. Okay, missed my entry there. I had an entry 6530, missed the entry, and off she goes. Okay, so again, no comment here on the S&P. I'm not trading it, just kind of watching it do what it needs to do at the moment. And then reminder, two big earnings coming up. We got Netflix today, and we've got Tesla coming out tomorrow. So I was looking for some activity before the event, whether it's a sell or some kind of pump. But right now we're relatively flat at the moment. So I mean, if we want to play stocks casino, it's hard to pick a direction at the moment because we're kind of just hovering around. So I'd like to be on Netflix, for example, a little bit more reactive. So depending on what we get, if we get some pump later on or tomorrow, if we get some pump, we'll probably look to short that one. If we get some sell-off, we will then look for an entry. But the earnings are coming out in a couple of hours, and then we'll be able to make a couple of decisions. And same for Netflix, relatively quiet. I know Chaos was talking about Netflix covering a weekly level or something along those lines. Where's he? Don't hide like that. Don't hide like that. Don't be silly. Come back. A weekly level. What were you looking at on Tesla? You said it had reclaimed something.
I will have to just on Tesla, yeah.
You mentioned something earlier. Okay, well, it's not critical because we're waiting for the earnings. The earnings are coming out on Wednesday, so we should have time to monitor this thing. But again, guys, the principle for me pretty much the same. If we're pumping into earnings, we can look to short. If we're dumping, we can look to longs. Okay, we keep it very simple. Little scalp experiment there for us that we can play around at. Talk to me quickly, Chaos. You mentioned Palantir as well. Is there a possible trade on that?
Potentially. With Palantir, just very quickly. Hold on a second. I haven't got this up yet. There we go. So with Palantir, a couple of weeks ago,
must I pull your chart up?
You can do. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I actually brought you this chart. Now, where are we? This would be 29th.
I remember.
Somewhere in this region, we were looking for this long. Okay. Now, if you look, we pinged. And we actually haven't really moved since there. But what I mean, it's 5%, 6% on the stock market is nothing to be sneezed at, right? What we are still in is this ascending channel. And to be honest with you, the thesis hasn't changed. We're 6% up. I'm still targeting a 30% move. So I'm looking to sniff out the top of the ascending channel. That's it.
Okay, looking good. Okay, so guys, that trade is still on. You can see Mia is still in it. So that is looking good. Very nice. Okay, so guys, we'll pick up on Netflix and Tesla tomorrow. Let's see how everything pans out now over the next couple of hours. But it's just notable, again, Tesla seems to have shrugged off all that news about it. And that is why we got that long a couple of weeks ago when everyone was getting so bearish or whatever. At the end of the day, like, these guys still want to make money. They believe this thing's fundamentally still making money. And that's what it's about, all the stocks and things like that. So a little sell-off was for buying, as it turns out, but now we'll see what the earnings have to say. Okay, if there was any effect, I'm sure they'll make a couple of comments. And no, PMG George, I do not want to touch that shit coinery grass. We're going to stay away. And Mikit's chat, God, I mean, what is YouTube doing to these people? Well, I can't even read the names here. What was that comment about 113? And what was that comment? 113, 116 comes next. What comes next? 130, 116? I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. It's getting too complicated for me. Okay, Ash Crypto said 1.2 billion has been wiped out of the gold market cap today. Now, Alex Becker summed it up nicely in shocking news. Gold is crashing as Uber drivers and your divorced drunk aunt didn't perfectly time the next 1930s crash. Now, remember, there was reports of people queuing up to buy gold and silver. And I mean, come on, guys. Come on. if you've been watching this for long enough, you know that that is not when you go long. Okay, that is when you start counter trading what everyone else wants to do. Okay, obviously these things can give blow up tops and all these things, and gold might still pump again. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's the end. But in terms of this thing falling over, well, a 3 to 4% capital rotation from gold to Bitcoin could cause Bitcoin to double from current levels. Okay, that's according to Bitwise. Obviously, we know who's behind that. But in terms of the gold chart at the moment, God, I mean, I've got to say, now that we've got our rejection, okay, so the next step for me, with all this bearish divergence here, we've nailed our rejection. Okay, so perfect scenario, gold pumps up here, lower high, add to the short, and then this thing can send a little bit lower down. That is my dream scenario now. If this divergence is going to play out, you're typically going to get that little push up there and then bang, lower down. So that is what I'm going to be looking for on gold. Hopefully, it's an opportunity to start adding. And believe it or not, I had to change browsers so that I could show you guys this gold short. Okay, so any moves to the upside, I'm going to be adding to this one. And hopefully, they don't come and lickies me. Hopefully, we can build size and then we can get this thing. If we push it up here, we can get it up into this type of region here. Then we can start looking to add and get it a little bit lower. Okay, so beautiful double top. In fact, FJ was saying earlier today in our group, he's like, oh, it's a double top on gold. And yeah, you can see, I mean, even gold responds bearishly to things like that, and some nice patterns. Okay, now breaking news: an insider with 100% win rate just opened BTC and ETH longs worth 255 million ahead of the Fed meeting. Now we got the Fed meeting on
Insider. Well, it's the meeting today. This one they're talking about the payment rails and AI and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy, I mean, he's cooking, and he
Aaron's
is obviously
doing very well.
Hopefully he's going to TP at our rejection zone. So guys, just a reminder in terms of the 3-day chart that I'm watching here for BTC, big resistance coming up, 100-day and 50-day right there and undercarriage. So that is this 114, 115. Okay, you see that? Then we've got 117,700. That's a big level there. That's a macro 618. Danger. And then we've got 121. Okay, danger zone there as well. Virtual is cooking according to Joe. Shit, I haven't looked at that in a while. It's funny. When the market gets so fucking rinsed, I go back to the basics, like SUI and those types of things, and I stop looking at shit coinery like that. But nice to see it's coming back. Gold rush back in California. People going with pan straight into rivers. I mean, look, these guys were queuing up to buy gold. I mean, my God. Okay. Bitcoin shorting, rejection zone here. We've taken profit. We've got a short. Okay, we got a short. Okay, we got a short cover here. Guys, just remember, this is a danger zone. Don't be a hero. Okay, if you only net long, just be careful. Okay, there's opportunities here to catch a couple of head shorts maybe. If there is going to be a rejection, this could be an interesting time for you if you want to play some hedges there. Okay, let's look at our 1 weekly lickies here. Let's take a look at this heat map. Let's see where we are. And upside, you can see a little bit more liquidity at around 114 here. And that looks like one final push up, maybe a fake out into that 114, then to that 50-day MA level, and then possibly a little bit of downside there. So that is obviously now still a thing that is still on the table there for us. Then in terms of our alts, well, we got dominance getting nice and aggressive, and that's fine. If Bitcoin is pumping, we happy with dominance pushing up. That's all okay. Our altcoins will start moving up anyway. Just remember the rule: if Bitcoin is flat or falling over and dominance is pumping, that is when we get into trouble. Okay, so the zones we want to see alt strength, it's right here. It's this current area that we are in, and then it's a little bit higher at 60.13. If we do push up now on dominance, that would be a perfect area for this to push up and then reject and maybe unleash some of these alts. So if you think the alts are moving nicely now, if we get a little slowdown, we could get some big move here on some of these altcoins. Okay, so 60.12, 60.13 looking good. And USDT dominance, again, guys, this is going to be our second visit to support. Market danger, 4.83. Here we are. If we lose this level and we get a euphoric push in the market, what happens? It means Bitcoin pops to the next level. It means altcoins break their current resistance that I'm going to show you. They move to the next level, and then we possibly get that bounce on USDT dominance. So if you feel like taking profit, you are in the right area, 4.83. If we push into the next zone, 4.67. If you didn't feel like taking profit at 4.83, I really hope you feel like taking profit at 4.67%. Otherwise, there could be some more tears later on in the week. Okay, so that is a possible bounce zone there on USDT dominance. Remember, this thing going up is not a good thing for the market. Okay, this thing going down is what we want to see for the market. Obviously, net looking bearish. Okay, that's 𝗵𝗆𝗄𝗃 there. Look at that, is looking bearish. Short-term high leverage traders with tight stops. Okay, these are your danger zones. Look out in these areas. That is where you can get yourself in a little bit of a pickle. Is it altcoin season? No, 41 at the moment. Let's talk 4-hour RSI heat map. Had another absolute banger yesterday. It was auction. Hopefully some of you guys got a piece of auction. I think there was a second bite as well on the show. I think 𝗬𝘃 was in and out on the show yesterday, but we covered a second bite on that auction yesterday. And again, this is turning into a fun game for me, and I'm really enjoying using these charts for you guys. So what I'm trying to do is every day try and find one that is interesting. Obviously light is absolutely flying, and I am looking at that chart, but it doesn't have any data, so I've got no big rejection points for light. So I pulled out this SOPH SOF or whatever it's called, and we're going to look at that one now. So just a recap: yesterday auction, beautiful move, 200 AMA, macro order block, nice zone there. Look at that, nice little pullback. That was a beautiful little rejection. If you had the kahunas obviously to sit into that thing, and here we go. Here is this SOPH situation, and there's two big zones for me. The preferred area is going to be one more squeeze into that big region. So one more squeeze into 317-327. That is my preferred zone. That's the 100-day MA. That's a bearish order block up there, and that would be a final extension. Look at that, into that 0.5 as well. So that is my dream situation if we get that pump. So trying not to push buttons now. It feels a little bit early. Obviously, there's a possibility this can drop. It's a order block here. There's a lot going on there. But in terms of the macro zones that I look for on these pumpers, here's your fib, 317. There's your 100-day, 327. Look for something in that area. Remember the rules, guys, when you're playing this game. It is small position, laddered in, super wide stops, okay? Then when it capitulates, eventually you get a 20 to 30% dump on these tokens, okay? But the question is, can you survive getting in? So don't get in too early, rather get in too late when it's pumping like super high. That's when you're trying to catch it, okay? Don't get in too early, because what happens is if you jump in now and it squeezes a little bit, and let's say they want to chase it to the next fib, if it squeezes from here, that's 8%. You're already dead in the water. So wait till it hits that fib, then try, then maybe let it push up 8%, because you're going to get that 20% capitulation. Okay, let Jeff decide if we TP or not. Not a bad strategy. I mean, geez, Jeff was solid last week. Jeff delivered. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, every once in a while he can't get them all right, but he's got a decent win rate for sure.
He's solid. He's solid. He's got good numbers. Okay, guys, are you ready for chaos? Are you ready for ETH? Let's just see what it's like again, in case anyone's forgotten. This is when you bought ETH for 4.8 in 2021, and people saying to you, Bitcoin's 111, you must be so rich. Let's just see what it feels like again. Let's have a reminder. Is it ETH time, guys? Is it ETH time? Is it time for some action? Here we go. Fuck me. This is nice. These candles are nice. I really like them. This is looking good. Abe is giving us eyes on E&A. Please, God, tell me I'm not getting liquidated on E&A. Is it going up?
Just to clarify, you are long, right?
Correct.
You're okay for now, but I do want to share the chart with you next.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. Okay, so look, ETH is looking good. E&A might be a nice ETH play as well. Could be a nice little mover. Okay, so guys, just to recap where we were with ETH, this is the 1 hour. In fact, let's look at the 2. That's always a good level to look at. So we're looking at the 2 hour. Let's just recap the story for those of you, wondering why did we go on head shorts on some of these yesterday? Okay, just a reminder: you're pushing into resistance. You're getting bearish divergence print on 1 hour, 2 hour time frames. Things start telling you, hang on, maybe there's a reversal coming. Okay, now things are looking slightly different on ETH. Look at that. We've got a massive reversal here. We are back at resistance, but we don't have the bearish divergence. Okay, so this tells us that we might be able to look for bearish divergence a little bit higher up. And for me, if ETH starts grinding now to the upside for round 2, that is where you're going to look at a possible short zone in that type of region. This is where I would expect by tomorrow we start looking at bearish divergence. So 4,000 4,200 into 4,300 looks like the area of interest for me. Okay, so yesterday we absolutely nailed it, but now it's like it's not actually based on the oscillator. We're not there. Okay, like we're not printing divergence, so we need to be careful here. You don't want to go max short in these areas. This is where you can obviously get chopped up. Okay, so 4,200 to 4,300 starting to look like the next zone. Look at this little undercarriage here as well. This looks quite cute. Look at that, bang. And then you've got your 50, you've got your top there as well. So that is looking really nice in that zone. Okay, remember all these charts that you see go into the Chart Hackers Discord straight after the show. You have access to all my charts. You've got access to my stock charts. You've got access to my higher time frame charts, and you've got access to 8 traders. Okay, not 30 minutes will go by when someone isn't slapping you in the face with a short or a long or some kind of alpha, even excluding the community that doesn't stop inside there as well. Okay, so if you want to be part of the Chart Hackers Discord, you go into the show description, you click on, let's just highlight this here, you click on more. Okay, there it is, and you go more, and you're going to find, there it is, Chart Hackers Discord right at the top. You've got the Accelerator School up there. You've got all the exchanges that I trade on. Okay, right now I'm doing a lot on 𝗬𝗂𝗑𝗃 at the moment. I'm trading some cross and stuff on 𝗬𝗂𝗑𝗃. I'm going to show you that just now. That is up there. Never mind the sign-up bonuses and thing they give. It's all here for you guys. A lot of them are no KYC as well. Okay, so everything is here in the show description there for you guys. Okay, so Chaos. ETH 4,200, 4,200, 4,300 is my rejection zone. Okay, if you are long, guys, just final thought here. If you are long, you know, if you are long now, you know you are longing the top. Okay, so just remember the entries were in the Chart Hackers Discord 4 or 5 hours ago. I dropped some entries earlier today. I'm sure our team dropped a gazillion entries as well in there, and that's where the entries were. Now the market is absolutely ripping, which means if you're not in some of these entries, you might have missed them from earlier today. That's also okay. But if you are longing tops, acknowledge to yourself that you are longing the top. Just understand how deep your risk is to the downside. And just to show you, thank you, DJ. I did a workshop today for the Accelerator course. We had a lot of fun in terms of risk. Okay, so if you're taking a long here, you are longing into a danger zone, as I've explained. If the market does, for whatever reason, reverse on a tweet, you're looking at 2%, you're looking at 4%, you're looking at 6% risk to the downside on something like ETH, for example. Okay, so just understand your risk now if you've missed some of these zones, okay? And earlier today, I pointed that out, order block, fib, horizontal confluence in that region. Okay, so we were looking at a couple of zones here earlier today. Okay, so ETH, that is the best I can give you at the moment. Sol, where's Chaos? Why do you keep hiding? You must come back.
Sorry, bro. It's almost like you're hiding for me.
You must stay. You must stay. Yeah. Okay, higher time frame stuff. Oh, you got Sol. Hey, you got Sol. Yeah. You got Sol. Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, so higher time frame stuff, guys. Just to briefly on Sol, you can see big levels that I'm watching: 201, 214, and 221. They make the most sense to me to the upside. And then obviously yesterday we covered a couple of wick zones, and I see Sol didn't hit our 618. Okay, and that actually caught me off guard. And I didn't get a big enough Sol size, and I'm a little bit upset. Okay, so hopefully Chaos can cure me. Can you give me some kind of Sol alpha? Can you tell me where we're going and what the next play is, please, sir?
Cool.
I'm a bit sad. I didn't. I stayed in my short because I thought we were going lower, and I took a small size long. Okay,
that's fair enough. What would you like to cover first? We've got 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
with Sol because I've just done a little bit of Sol here, and then we can go straight into 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 because I did cover it yesterday as well, and then that's quite important. We can tag team the shit out of that one.
I do want to absolutely flex the shit out of that with you.
Did your Sol trade just hit? Sorry to interrupt, but people are saying that it just hit.
Which one?
So
fuck me. Yeah, look at that.
Show us. Let's see.
Boom.
Oh.
Just straight into that fib. Fucking hell. Okay. Guys, I told you it's a sport. Okay. Okay. Continue. Continue. Fuck, we missed that one. Okay.
So listen, guys, look, I mean, people in Hackers will know that I live and breathe Sol. 20% Club lives and breathes Sol. We've got 10 entry, which is a totally different ball game, working the shit out of Sol. In terms of where we're going, we're already in. Okay, we got in here, we got in here, we've been in for all of this. I'm looking to, I think you had the same trend line drawn, Dylan, if I'm not mistaken. Initially, TP1 is going to be around here, which is roughly, you said 214. I've actually got about 211. And then what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to smash through this trend line and retest it at 229. If we do that, everybody in Hackers who's in 10 entry, who's in 20% club, who's in our futures trades, is going to absolutely print. Because we are so heavy.
Just hold on. Can you just tell people what have you guys watched? There's something about Mary where they talk about what is it, 8-minute abs, and then the guy's like, I got 7-minute abs. Just tell everyone what is 10 entry, please.
It's just me ripping you off, really. I mean, let's be honest.
Tell me what this is.
Hang on. Can you see this? You see this, right? You see this, yeah? This is when entry.
Okay, so
guys,
we got when entry, and then you invented
10 entry. Yeah, I mean, I really did it. I just rid off you, man. But you know what? It's a low leverage. It's just brilliant. The guys can enter into something like Solana up to 10% of their position 10 times using enough leverage to keep the lickies level far away. We're absolutely printing with this thing. It's brilliant.
10 entry. Okay, 10 guys. Entry. Well, there you go. If you didn't like 1 entry, it's not good enough for you. Just go fucking do 10 entry. Okay, there's 10 entry with chaos. Okay, continue, sir. Continue.
Okay, listen. For me, go. I was hoping, and I'd love to have seen this today. What I would have loved to have seen is just another dip down onto the 200, and it may still come, guys. Just because we've had this, just make it a little bit larger for you, doesn't mean. I mean, we've just crossed over the previous week high, which is lovely. Obviously, it's only recently set, but it doesn't mean we can't get another ping back to this 200 days. So just obviously as excited and bullish and very excited as I am, if we see this, let's just put this back. Guys, this is your long. Off the 200 up into the resistance line, which is the trade that the hackers have had. It's one of many trades that the hackers have had on Solana. But we'll just wait and see what the candles keep doing today. If we keep printing higher lows and we keep going and we catch this weekly high and we keep going, guys, everybody in Hackers will get a new entry here, probably at the previous week high, and we're still going to be targeting this level. This alone is a 12% move on a 10x. Beautiful trade, beautiful trade. So we will be smashing these in when entry, in 10 entry, in 20% club, wherever you like, guys. We're going to Solana the shit out of you.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. Let me give you a look at a more DGen look here. Here's our 2 hour on Sol, just in terms of danger zone, guys. There we are, 197. That was our next big one yesterday. Okay, if you're not trying rejection here, you just trust these areas. Okay, I know these oscillators are looking very good. Okay, but just like TP zone, things like that, we pumped into a big rejection area. Take a little bit off the table, okay? And you can see Chaos is talking like there's a possibility you can still pull back here and into one of these zones. Okay, so just be super cautious when you hit these zones. Like I try and be like, you wait for these areas. You hit the area, just do something there. Okay, react there and just play the game. Okay, just play the game as you go. Remember, we've seen so many times in this market, just randomly it will just fall over. Look what happened with Trump yesterday. Okay, things were looking okay, and then absolutely collapsed. Okay, so just be careful. We 1 tweet away from joy and we 1 tweet away from pain, basically. I mean, that's pretty much what we're seeing. And I see PMG George is trying to short light with no information. Okay, and AJ is everyone's catching the soft. Now I've tried a small one here on the soft. Okay, so I've just lucky I'm @𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗍 here, and I've closed my XRP that I was underwater on there. I've closed that. Okay, I've got a small soft short here. I was underwater on an XRP long. It's finally turned green, so I've closed that. Then I've added to that XRP short here, just in case we fall over a little bit. Now, the soft, I've got a small little position here, starter position. Let's see, it's in that zone. And, I mean, it's been working pretty well. We've had a pretty good strike rate. I think we've had 1 fail out of 4 or 5 of these pumpers. So, yeah, hopefully this thing does deliver. Remember, the secret here, guys, is small position. Okay, small position. And then you see if it's going to do something for you. Okay, let's go. We got a lot to cover, just so you guys know what's coming. We're going to cover 𝗬𝗯𝗯. We're going to cover 𝗬𝗯𝗯 actually right now. Then I've got 𝗬𝗰, I've got Hype, I've got Pump, I've got Light. We're going to talk about that. And then anything else that Chaos might have. Oh, and Zcash I've got for you guys. Okay, so we got a lot coming up here, so hang in there. And AJ, just be careful. They like to come back for the second go. Okay, so if everyone's shorting it now, they might come back again. Just be careful, okay? Let's go straight into 𝗬𝗯𝗯. And let's see. Okay, we said yesterday when entry. Okay, James, make Dylan stop shorting our coin. What is that? Gold. What is it? XRP.
Kelly and I love our XRP. Yeah. How rude. You're shorting
I told
again.
you it's a hobby. It's a sport for me. Okay. Yesterday, I promised you guys a when entry. Now, you heard Chaos talking about 10 entries. Well, fuck, I'm just trying to get by giving you one entry. Okay. And here's a single entry. And it actually played out. Again, sometimes we get it wrong, guys. Okay. And sometimes you get it right. Look at that. Beautiful drop into our zone. Beautiful move out of the trend. Things are looking a lot better now. We've got bullish divergence printing on the 1 hour, and it's starting to look quite healthy. Okay. So in terms of the strategy yesterday with 𝗬𝗧𝗃, what did I say to the guys? I said, ladder in multiple entries, okay, to keep your risk down. Okay, so the whole principle behind this is I gave you a bull zone that I was interested in. When we discussed it, it was still quite a fair dip to go. Okay, we had a possible 6-7% dip still, which at the time looks unlikely. And everyone says, oh, it can't happen. You're not going to get the entry. What happens? You just be patient. These zones act like magnets. We dropped into the zone and the timing is perfect. Look at that bullish divergence. And then we're getting a reversal. So this gave me the opportunity to get multiple entries into the zone in a very stress-free environment. Okay. So multiple entries, being super patient. And let's just see now this 𝗬𝗧𝗃. My first entry was 7,500 at the top of that box. We're now 25,000 long on this thing. We got multiple entries and this thing is now printing almost a handbag. Okay, so it's looking good. Okay, and now it's pushing up into our various TP zones that we were looking for. And reminder, guys, if you don't know what when entry is, it's here in my channel in the Discord. Every single day after the show, I give a setup with a TP, an entry, a stop loss, and a plan. Okay, it's all there for you guys. And this was it yesterday. There was the setup. Okay, and we said wait for the risk to play out. Look at our 2-hour oscillator. We keep it very simple. Look at that. That was bearish. Okay, we were looking for that to reset, come down, give us a reversal, and then it drops into the zone. Okay, bang, there's our bullish divergence. We in the zone, bang. Okay, so that is what when entry is about. Remember, this is in the Chart Hackers Discord. You go into the show description, you click on more, and there it is. And now Brother Nature is really egging XRP on you. I must be getting absolutely rinsed on this thing. Not a good look. Okay, so Chaos, talk to me about 𝗬𝗧𝗃. Are we in for a longer term? Do I need to go higher?
Yes,
what do we do?
It's pumping as we speak, like right now.
Nice entry. Nice entry,
bro. You've just almost did a handbag. I have just bought a handbag, not for myself, just for anyone that's interested in handbags. I haven't really, but so I gave the guys a spot call on, I think it was yesterday or 2 days. It was yesterday, and we sold at 438, and we just bought back before the show at 399.50.
Very nice.
Literally just before the pump, like literally within 11 minutes, I'm like, guys, buy now. And what I'm seeing now, Dill, is we got our entry, which again is exactly the same as what you have drawn on your chart, and it was one entry. It wasn't 10 entries. The trend line, the 0.5 pullback, before even this buy signal had printed. Okay, this long tool was in place. Everybody in Hackers got the sell up here on spot, and they got a rebuy down here. They got an extra $38 or $39 per 𝗬𝗧𝗃 as an entry level, and we did it on spot. We've done some of it on leverage, but we've done it on spot. And all of these guys now, we're pushing as we speak. The initial TP is 450 or 448, and that's in line with this order block. And the reason why I've pulled this is actually a bearish order block. There's quite a lot of red there, more than blue. So if nothing else, I'm looking to get that. I'm looking to pull back, maybe to this level again, and then to start making our next move and to start mitigating the order blocks and gaining some levels as we go higher. Guys, you've had the sell in Hackers, you've had the buy in Hackers there, and you're going to get this trade all week long, and we're going to print this thing as much as we can.
There you go. Just say the word mitigate for me again.
Mitigate.
Oh, fuck, I love that. James, I missed, there was a comment there before PMG George. I missed that one. I didn't see it, but it disappeared quite quickly. I don't know. Not that one, but yeah, that was a good one as well. Kwame is printing panties. I mean, as long as you guys are printing something, that's all we want. Okay, we just want success for you guys. Okay, we just want it to go nicely. And obviously, these things are high risk plays, but we think them out. We do our best, guys. Sometimes we're going to fuck it up. Sometimes we're going to get it wrong. Okay, but we try and manage these the best that we can. Okay, and what's in that drink? That is it. Okay, Joe Crypto says, what's in the drink? You know what the drink is? It's like, I love trading so much, and I still get absolutely amazed by these reactions that you see me get so pumped on these shows. It's fucking genuine, like joy and excitement, and it hasn't changed. I've been trading for so long. I've got like thousands and thousands of hours in front of these charts, and the feeling never goes away. It's the absolute best feeling when you hit these zones. Okay, absolutely love this stuff, and it just never goes away, guys. I just so much joy. Okay, let's talk about okay, so 𝗬𝗎, let's go. So 𝗬𝗎, moving into a big danger zone. Positives for 𝗬𝗎. Let's just talk about this one quickly. This is obviously quite a big trade of mine, so obviously a lot of attention on this one. Bullish divergence on the daily, that is looking better now. Okay, so nice little bounce today. We do have a trouble zone here, 273. So anybody in 𝗬𝗎, myself included, this is where we need to pay attention. 273 is a problem zone. If the market explodes, this is where I want to ride this thing to. Okay, that is the dream scenario there into a short. Okay, 3.2 up to 3.3. That would be the dream play here for me on 𝗬𝗎. Okay, so something to look forward to. This is one of the higher time frame charts in my channel, and you can access this obviously at any time in the 𝗨𝗥𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗧 Discord. Okay, so that is my dream play there on 𝗬𝗎. But again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. 273, we got work to do there. Let's get through this thing. Is the software giving us problems here? Well, I mean, you know, it's like a nice little setup into the fib. Like, you guys can see the magic. Okay, you see the magic, you wait patiently, and then you get the results. Okay, let's see. And I mean, it's nice. It's like I took a small position here. We $85 up. There we go, 69%. Okay, that's nice. Little move there on the show. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's go back to 𝗬𝗎, and okay, here we go. So 𝗬𝗎, here we go. 2 hour or 1 hour time frame we're watching. Let's just log into the 2 here, and these are the danger zones I painted for you guys yesterday. Okay, these were important areas to pay attention to. I don't have like amazing accuracy in this first zone, but what I do know, this first zone is a problem. Okay, so you can see I've got an undercarriage here at 277, and I've got a 618 at 273, which ties in quite nicely to the higher time frame chart that we are looking at over here. Okay, so that is your first trouble zone for 𝗬𝗎. Then where do we start looking at possible short-term pullback shorts, things like that, where we can get moves like this, okay, and moves like this one over there? That for me is going to be probably up here, 285. Looks like an area of interest. So if the market does explode, we need to be guided as much as possible by these oscillators, and the oscillator's still got room to breathe. If the market moves into that upper zone, we're going to be looking for reversals in that type of area, and then maybe we get a repeat of what we had yesterday. Okay, and what we had yesterday was beautiful bearish divergence. Look at that beautiful bearish divergence in that zone at resistance. So we're going to look for one of these zones to play out. I got a feeling it's going to be that guy for us, and that area is 2.86. Okay, so make sure you are watching the show tomorrow, because if the market keeps ripping, we might be looking for shorts come tomorrow. Okay, if we start pushing into those areas. And 𝗫𝗆𝗄 got tricked by the bear moon. Was it the bear moon? Look, the bear moon and the bull moon, they work very well. So this would be one of the odd occasions that it hasn't worked. Okay, and Sam wants to long the top of Ondo. 𝗃𝗆𝗄, what else are you cooking here for us? What do you got?
I want to show you ENA.
Yes. I longed the top of that on Blowfin. Okay,
I know
let
you did.
me get my trade out. Am I getting rinsed here?
I don't want us, not yet, but I don't want us to be just moon boys. We've got to be realistic, right? And I'm going to show you a realistic.
I love it when you say not yet. Where's my Blowfin? Hold on, I'm trying to find my Blowfin. Like, I'm using a new browser, like a fucking proper boomer here.
Browser hides everything, hey?
There it is. Oh no, along the top, I'm a bit red. Okay, I'm a bit red. Yeah. Okay, along the top, I'm a bit red. Okay, take me through this, please. Am I going to zero?
Definitely not zero, but you'll recognize this beautiful thing, right? So, guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We're not just moon boys. We make money sideways. We make money up. We make money down. Okay. If you're able to look at a MACD and see it's really topping out, all right. If you're able to look at an RSI and see that we are getting to the point where it might reverse, and then if you look up and you see a head and shoulders appearing, doesn't mean it's a head and shoulders yet, because we can go bang like that and we can carry on. Let's wait for the candles to print, and hopefully Dylan will be happy and it won't give us that. But what is possible is that trend line, we've touched the trend line, nothing more simple than that. Okay, and if that does work out that this is a head and shoulders, okay, there's our next long at 40.99 or 41. So Dylan, the answer is I don't know, but you're going to find out within 2 hours, I think.
Well, this is how you do. You fuck around and then you find out. And, you know, I mean, sometimes we long the top. But yesterday, I longed the top on ETH, got a little bit rinsed. I actually cut that after the bounce, so it wasn't the worst, okay? I mean, I did cut it at a loss. It wasn't the worst. The day before that, long Zcash and printed absolute insanity. So, guys, if you're going to long the top, understand the risks. And Dylan should have took the ENA entry he gave us yesterday. Yes, I should have, and I fucking didn't. Okay, so again, I dish out entries all day. Sometimes I miss some of them, and also I can't trade all of them, guys. It's like impossible for me to trade all of them. Okay, so
all bad.
Thank you for the bearish picture. Let me give them my DGen view. Okay, and this is obviously my DGen view on ENA, and this is why I was prepared to have a go. Okay, so I looked at it like this. I said, okay, we've dropped into yesterday's zone, which was, it's actually front ran. It hit the VWAP. Okay, guys, notable, hit a major VWAP. Okay, it hit our dump low VWAP. There it is. Okay, so there it was in our zone, and just above that 618. Okay, so also didn't ping perfectly in my area. So, you know, I can be forgiven for not aping into that thing. Now we've broken on a DGen basis. We've broken a horizontal. Okay, so my game plan is stop under 456 and let it ride. Okay, let's see what happens. It could be very short-lived. They can come and stop us. Alternatively, we pump. Maybe we hit Chaos's upper band there or something, hit that trend, and then maybe we roll over again. So stop under 456, which is the candle low. Alternatively, you can drop your stop a little bit lower, 453, something like that. And it's a DGen play. It's not a high conviction play, but we broke the 200-day. If there's momentum, I'm trading it here on Blowfin. If there's momentum, I'm going to add. Okay, I also top long near for fun. Okay, let's see. Also was breaking some horizontal. Can we change the head and shoulders name?
Can we change the head and shoulders name to this?
We should create a new name. Okay, we should create a new name. Okay, so there's my two top longs here on Blowfin at the moment. Guys, you can also trade Blowfin with me. The link is in the show description. Now, let's go Zcash. Okay, now again, I mean, today I was asking in our chat group, what is the level after a Kansas City shuffle? Because the Kansas City shuffle is the long and then the short, okay? And I pulled off the long and the short, and then I got the long again, and I felt so proud of myself. And it looks like I chickened out and I cut it at the danger zone, and now this thing's off she goes again. So we need a new phrase for long. What's it? Long, short, long. We need that. We need the triple play. Zcash, guys, what do we do now? Okay, like what we know about this thing is there's insane amounts of momentum. The market is absolutely loving it, and it has given us some really nice momentum trades. But also, this thing can take from you. If you guys remember, last week, Friday, I longed the top of Zcash with dupes, and the whole market capitulated. Okay, so just remember, these things can take from you as well. So in terms of strategically trying to find big zones, again, you can follow the same principle that I covered yesterday, and there's two ways to do it. You can look at your local levels. Okay, now yesterday's local levels were absolutely perfection. Look at that. We pumped into the high. What did we do? We dropped into our bull zone, which was 382 VWAP combo. Okay, that's your typical bull zone. You can let it breathe to the 0.5, but it hit our first bull zone and bounced. So what we can do again is start chasing these local VWAPs, and we can chase local 382. So let's bang out our VWAP once again. And if there is momentum, hopefully it's going to start playing back into the local VWAP. Okay, so there's our local VWAP bull zone for Zcash, and if they do bring it back, this is for me the reasonable area to try some kind of long. So there's about a 2.8% risk, so remember that. Just be super careful, and there's your local VWAP. So if they do start dropping this thing, bang, that is what you're looking at there, down to about 278 to 270. These are your areas there. There's your local VWAP. Play that area until it's lost. Okay, you can see this local zone worked. Play it again. If it loses, then you start playing down there at 250, and we figure that out, okay? And DSD School, why can't you join Charthackers, bro? You go into the show description, you click on the link, you're going to get a WAP option. You can either do it on a credit card or you can do it on crypto, which gives you 3 months. Okay, the options are there. Just dig around. If you're still struggling, mail dylan.giveaways@cryptobanter.com. Okay, if you're still struggling, and explain what your problem is, and then one of the team can maybe take a look and assist you. Okay, so hopefully that helps your problem. James, please drop that mail address there for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Please drop that address in the chats there for him. Okay, so mail that, and then maybe one of the team can assist you there with your issues. Okay, so guys, there's Zcash. If you want chaos, no, stay. Don't go. Guys, there's Zcash. Okay, I'm going to try again at 277 to 271. So trying to just play these little dips and pullbacks and things like that along the way. What else do we going to cover? Hype. What a fucking banger. Okay, what an absolute banger. And I was explaining this one on the workshop today. There was a question on the workshop about managing stop losses when you're adding to your entries and growing your position sizes. And this was a perfect example that I used because I basically round tripped this hype trade. Yesterday, hype was, oh, geez, the soft is going to zero. Fuck me, guys. What a trade. Okay. What an absolute banger. Okay. Like, I mean, geez. Okay. So hype is back. Look at this. Hype is printing handbags here, like literally printing handbags. What do? We dropped into big zones. I used that opportunity to add to the position. At some point, hype actually went red. It put me under pressure. And what was my strategy? I zoomed out and I said, where is my big zone? Where is my big area? If I'm cutting this position now, it's mentally because I'm having a panic because I've round tripped. So I've zoomed out and I said, okay, cool. There's my cut zone. So if it doesn't hit 335.27, I'm not exiting. So I kept adding to that high position. And fortunately, this time it did work out. And now we are back to kind of where we were yesterday. And now I'm in control of the trade. Okay, so now I can preset new levels and taken my medicine. Okay, it's bounced back and we're not going to make the same mistake twice. So for me, if we start losing 37.2 on hype, I'm going to start cutting this thing. Okay, so there's our VWAP, there's our 200-day, there's our local 382, and that is where I start trimming the hype position. Okay, and you go, yeah, look, hello, checkmate. I think I'm not the best scalper, but like I know my way around some fucking degen candles. Don't forget, I started in the trenches there trading these shit coins, so I know my way around these things. And yeah, I think I traded hype in the last one. And that was actually flat throughout the whole competition. I think at one point it was like 40 down or something. Zcash was the one that rinsed me. That was not a good one. Okay, so guys, there's the hype play. In terms of where's hype going, like, again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but 41.4 looks amazing. But like, if we have to be totally realistic, this is a problem. Okay, so like, let's not even get too bullish on this thing. Let's just be realistic here. Like, it's rejected in that zone twice. So 39.2, okay, that is a problem for me. If we can break through that, that's nice. But in terms of taking profits and things like that, like, we also getting to like an area where it might be a little bit cooked here. And maybe we need to be a little bit careful. Okay, so 39.2 and 41.4, these are the big zones for me now on hype. Okay, so let's see if that is going to play out. Chaos, are you cooking anything else? Because I've got light and I've got pump. Is there anything else we want
to be honest, I'm looking at hype as we speak. I really like 41.65, 41.7. I absolutely love that zone, and I do think we will be hitting that. I'm just looking at the cash flow. Yeah. Let's see what you got. Don't undercook yourself. I think on the 12-hour, is that my screen? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Listen, I haven't got a lot more to add apart from all of the action, okay, is above where we are. Look how much stuff is there, from order blocks to 50 days. You know, we've just punctured this 200-day. Point of controls there. But what I like the most, just going to show you guys, look, you know, when money flows into a token, price goes up. When the money flows out of a token, you know, money flows out. What have we got now? It's been low and it's now coming back to the zero line. We flow in again. I don't think that is a big ask at all. I really think you're actually going to see that level. I think you're going to see 49.22 before you realize the level that you gave. I completely agree with on the lower time frames. But let me just quickly take out all of these.
49.22, you sicko.
Listen,
okay, now you're making me like, you're making me so bullish now.
Dude, look at it. Look, you look at this on the 12-hour. I mean, I appreciate all of the resistance. I appreciate that. We will see an element of this where it stops us out. We will see that. But look how much stuff is above, man. It's like this thing's going back to 49.2, 49.3. We're going back.
I mean, thank you for that. Okay, so guys, hype, bullish levels. I remember I was saying I didn't want to short light because I didn't have data. Okay, so which one of you crazy DJs did this?
Wasn't me.
Check
Nope.
James's face.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
Oh my God. So my message to you guys when I eventually brought up the chart was going to be like, guys, remember the story. You go up the stairs and you go down the escalator and it can happen at any time. Well, there you go. Okay, you up the stairs and down the escalator rinsed. Okay, so all these guys that were longing light all day long, okay, from 8 o'clock this morning, absolutely fucked. Okay, so just be careful with these things. Guys, SOF is 100% up, okay, on the 20x. Okay, so that was a nice one. Again, yeah, I don't know. Can it go lower? Sure. Okay, but if you're making money here, watching the show, having a laugh, take some profits. We're 100% up. Okay, there we go. It's cooking. Nice. Okay, nice.
Someone's got a handbag.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so nice little play there on the SOF. And guys, just like a reminder, the lesson on this thing, what was I saying? Wait for the big macro zone. Wait. Don't go in too early. They can squeeze you into these big zones, and that's exactly what they did. Wait for the big zones. Be patient with these things. Okay, so 𝗏 looking good. Final one for me, pump. This thing, look, it went through the zone yesterday. I fucking hung on to this for dear life. Okay, so what did we hit? We got a 0.5 lower down, and I want to chase the VWAP. The 382.5 combo is my bull zone. Okay, that wasn't great, but look at that. It actually held this VWAP here. They wicked through there, pumped it back up on the 1 hour. It was a difficult hold, but we had divergence printing out here as well. Look at that from earlier today. Look at that. So divergence coming out on the 1 hour, and there were signs there that they might get a little bit of momentum. Okay, so pump is now pushing into a danger zone. Again, the question is, can it go higher? In fact, maybe Chaos, can you just check? Give me some of that sauce you gave me on hype. I need that drug, that thing that says it goes higher. Tell me, is this going higher?
I have got a lovely look on Casper because somebody just asked about it in the audience. But I
tell me if pump's going higher.
I'll flip to pump. I'm flipping to pump. Hold on. Here we go.
Must I close it or is it going higher? What's the story?
Hold on. Let me just quick. Oh, you've put me on the spot. Hold on, bro. Let me look. Is pump going higher? Okay. Short term, yes. I think so. Short term, cash is flowing in solidly. Look how low this RSI is. It's turned properly, and what's going to probably happen now is it's probably going to go green, okay? And then when we go green, we get a push. So for me, pump on the 2 hour looks like it's going higher. Let's take a look at the candles, making a series of higher lows rather. We've punched through this order block. We've punched through the point of control. And you've got from here, you've got another 10% up to the quantum reactor, I would say, and then even higher up there is, there's the 100-day as well. There's your 50-day. I would say that there's a good chance, sir, that you start to munch your way through this imbalance candle from the looks of it. I think pump will be going higher. I think what you could probably do is move your stop loss there. And when it does that, move your stop loss there. And when it does that, move your stop loss there. And I think that's how you maximize your income on this trade. This looks like a trade that you can get more out of.
I like to close it at resistance, or I don't like to. I hate like that pullback sort of stoppy thing, but
previous week high 00437.
Okay. I like that. Okay, let's see if they can give us something. Okay, quickly give us some cash, please, because it's really behaving like a shitcoin. Is this thing recovering?
It is a shitcoin. I'm so hurt by this thing. My feelings are emotionally destroyed, personally. That being said, from a professional point of view, check this out, bro. We've been in a descending channel. This thing's going to fucking hell, right? It's bullshit.
But that being fundamentally, just quickly for anyone that cares,
fundamentally, it's got a lot going on. But we've also got on the charts, which is what I care about more these days than believe it or not, you've converted me. Bullish divergence, RSI has tested. just gone green and cash is flowing back into the coin. If we get a pump, guys, and we see the top of this channel, unbelievably, it's 100% move. So it's going to be worth a small trade with a small leverage and a close enough stop loss. All of the action is above, guys. If Casper ever comes back to life, we're going to munch our way through the imbalance up to the point of control, start making our way through the order blocks, through the 200-day, and so on and so forth. Up we go. Or it won't. Or it won't. All I can do is tell you what I see.
Good luck with tests. Okay, so
I agree.
Look, fairly good day today so far. Chart Hackers members got beautiful entries from myself and the team earlier today. Obviously, now the market's pumping, we're enjoying the moment and things like that, and we got to be careful as to zones where we're taking profit. Remember, the trade's only done when we're taking profits in the right areas or we're planning it correctly. Okay, so we're moving into these big zones on these alts. You've seen Sol, Sui, all these other ones pushing into big areas. Just pay attention to those zones. If we pop higher, we're looking at the next areas to the upsides. Okay, so try and keep it simple, and I'm trying to keep the soft simple. I mean, what a fucking day. Nailed the gold short, nailed the soft short, nailed some longs. I mean, I don't know, James, is my work here done for today?
Good day.
Can I take the rest
Buy
of the
the
day
handbag
off?
and go home, put your feet up. Yep.
I mean, what a fucking banger. Okay, cool. Right, guys, good luck out there. We're going to go again tomorrow, same time, same place with everything. And yeah, guys, anything you'd like to say, boys?
Don't forget, we're at 114 at resistance. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
What he said. Where is he? That way.
What he said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just look, enjoy the wins. If you're long, enjoy the wins. Okay, like don't get overexcited. Yeah, just play these levels. Remember, Chart Hackers is here every single day. I'm here every single day. Up down, whatever. We're doing our thing. Okay, see you guys later. What a banger. What a banger.